welcome out to the 2026 Marshall County Media Day for tennis. We want to welcome you out for this. We want to thank our sponsors, Coca-Cola United, also Sand Mountain Park, and we want to thank Papa Doobie's again for hosting it for us here and for feeding the athletes. So with that, we're going to start off the day here with the Boaz Lady Pirates and Coach Michelle Gentry. So, Coach Gentry, we're going to turn it over to you, give you just a couple minutes, let you introduce your players you got here, and give us a little summary about what you got with your team this year, and then we'll turn it over to the media.
All right. Okay, so this is Maggie Ogle. Maggie Ogle is my only senior this year. And then I have Claire Baines and Piper Hales. So this year we have 18 girls total between JV and varsity. I have 8 on varsity and 10 on JV. I have 2 freshmen on varsity, 5 juniors, and 1 senior. So we should have a pretty strong team this year. We have a lot of returning players, so we got a lot more experience this year than we had last year. So we had a lot of new varsity players last year, and so I'm looking forward to the season. I think that they have worked hard. They're continuing to work really hard, and that they're going to go out there and they're going to give it their all, and we're going to have a good season this year.
Maggie, just tell me how it feels to be the only senior and how responsible you think that makes you feel as a leader for the team.
I don't really know. I don't do that much. I don't do that much in terms of being a leader, so I don't know.
She does.
Feels all right.
Well, like last year I had no seniors. Mm-hmm. So last year I had 1 junior and then 5 sophomores. So she does step up and she is a leader.
So with tennis, what is one of the most mental things that you have to deal with in a tennis game? Tell us what that would be.
Mostly for me, it's like my mindset, knowing like if I'm not playing good, I need to understand that I need to change things, and I need to have a better mindset, not just get aggravated like I usually do, and just like have a clear mindset with everything, and just be calm and know that it's gonna be fine, and just keep playing, and everything's gonna get better over time.
Claire?
Probably just like the same thing, just trying to keep my head up and just like try to find my mistakes that I'm making and correct them.
Maggie?
Same thing.
So, Coach, what is the one way you typically go about encouraging them or whatever if you see them begin to get down or if they make maybe a bad play or something like that in tennis? What is one way you go about doing that with these ladies?
So to me, a lot of tennis is the consistency, making sure that they're getting that shot in and it's not going out. And, we talk a lot about consistency. You don't have to have the best shot all the time, but you've got to be consistent and get that ball over and then play. And so if I ever see that they're down, I just go kind of pep them up and say, it's okay, let that one go. It's gone, it's out, whatever, that play's over with, let's move on to the next play because we can't go back and fix that one.
So is there any match this year that you're really looking forward to?
I'm really excited for Stardust. It's probably like one of our biggest rivals, and they're always so much fun to play. They're always super sweet, and they're a very competitive group, and it's always a very intense and fun match between any of them.
I don't know. I'd probably say Albertville just because they've always been Boaz's rival, and like they're a really good team, and they're just super competitive.
Albertville also.
Okay. Other than that, I don't have any other questions. You got any questions? All right. That'll conclude our interview here with the Boaz Lady Pirates. I want to thank you for joining in. If you'll give us just a few minutes, we'll be back with the Boaz boys tennis team. All right, welcome back to the 2026 Marshall County Media Day here for tennis. So we have here with us the Boaz Pirates tennis team here with Coach Witt, and so we're going to turn it over to Coach Witt, let him give us a little summary of what they have coming up for this season.
Sure. Yeah. Today I've got with me Aaron Lancaster. Aaron is our only senior, our only returner from last year. We graduated 5 of our top 6. Aaron played 4 for us last year, but would have been the number 1 on a lot of teams at a lot of places. So because of that, he was selected to be a member of the North-South All-Star team for tennis this year. So he's the only guy that we've got back, but he's going to do a great job leading us. He's obviously moving up to that number 1 spot for us, so we're really excited to see him continue being a part and being able to help lead some of our young guys that we've got with this more of a transition year for us. Then I've got Eli Golson here with me. He's my assistant coach. With me having to handle basketball as well, going straight from basketball into tennis, I'm not able to be with tennis until the season starts, and hopefully this year not until after the season has already started because we'll keep going with basketball. But he has helped me out tremendously. He does a great job. He graduated 2 years ago, helped us out last year as an assistant, and for those guys that were teammates with him to be able to take coaching from him just tells you how much they respect him and how much he offers to our program. So I tell everybody that he's really the tennis coach, and I'm just more of I handle all the administrative stuff for us, but he does a great job for us. So I'm really, really happy to have him here with us. This year, it's going to be a different look for us. We were undefeated through all of our matches last year. We finished 4th in the state, and then you graduate 5 out of the top 6. Obviously, we had Anderson Lambert, who was our number 1, who went on and is playing at Berry now. We had a couple of other guys that won over 100 matches in their careers. So a very experienced team last year and moving to an inexperienced team this year. I think we've only got 2 other guys that had any varsity experience just because they had to fill in some last year. So Aaron's going to be it's going to be different for him going from the experience that he played with to what he has now, but he's going to do a great job leading us. I'm confident. We're made up mainly now. We've got 1 senior, 1 junior, and then the rest are sophomore and freshmen. So it's going to be a different look for us this year, but I'm still confident in we're going to be able to be competitive in our section, and I think we've still got the pieces and the tools to be able to have a good year.
Well, what can you guys tell me about some of the new players you've got coming onto the team?
Yeah, I'll let Eli. Eli's been with them all year. Like I said, I've been with basketball the whole time, but Eli has kept those guys in their groove, working. The ones that haven't played in fall sports or winter sports, he's had them working, so he can give you a little more insight on the individual players and how they've progressed throughout their off season.
Oh yeah, very hard workers. Especially they come to practice ready to play 100% all the time. They are very young, but they are extremely talented. And, as they keep growing throughout the tennis season and looking up to Aaron, who has a lot of experience, they'll continue getting better. And I think we'll be able to surprise some people by using them this year.
Give some names.
We have Will Weathers. He's going to be, hopefully he's going to be playing a big part of our team this year. He's been putting in a lot of work and effort, especially during the off season. Eric Santoyo, he's going to be another big factor, kind of holding up the middle of the lineup. And we have players like Thomas Walker and Eli Pullen that they play basketball, but they do put in effort to get better at tennis, and they're extremely talented in that. And then we have a couple more fill-ins, Drew Howard, Noah McClendon, Andrew Duke, just all these guys just, wanting to put in effort and get better at tennis. And so I'm expecting big things out of them this year, but I know that they're going to do really well and do what they're asked to do.
So Aaron, what's it like to experience playing in a North-South game?
It was pretty fun. I mean, we were in Montgomery, and we had to do a whole day there. We had to go to a museum and stuff, but it's fun to see all the other players there. A little humbling because some of them are like, oh yeah, I'm going to D1 college, so that's cool. But it was fun. I played a doubles match there, and we won in straight sets. So that was good. But overall, it was a good experience.
So what's your plans after you graduate?
Actually, I'm not going to play tennis after I graduate. I plan on going to UAH as a freshman for computer engineering.
Okay. So with graduation, some of these younger guys that are coming up, I know you said you got primarily a younger team. What's one of the things you're trying to leave with these guys going out?
For a lot of them, it's really just effort. If if you're not going to try your hardest, why are you trying at all? Like, it's really just like a mindset thing. When they're actually playing their matches, when you actually start, you miss a few balls, it's like, oh, I stink. No, you're fine. Just keep playing through the match, you'll be fine.
Any particular matchup you're looking forward to this year? Any team?
Yeah, I want to play Douglas. I know a lot of guys up there, and we're really competitive in like leagues and stuff off season, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Any particular person you're looking to match up with?
Yeah, you gotta calm down. You know what? I'll name drop. Why not? Wesley Norton. I would love to play Wesley in section, county, season. It'll be a lot of fun.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Got any other questions?
Just after coming off such a good year last year, how's it feel to basically be starting over with a new team?
I mean, it's kind of rough. I mean, we were all really close last year, and like you said, 5 out of our 6 graduated. So it's a completely different team, but I think we're actually going to be pretty decent this year, and we might surprise a few people.
Okay. All right, Coach, any final thoughts?
No, just looking forward to getting the year going with these guys. You know, like we said, it's going to be a different look, but I think that they're all up for the challenge. I know Aaron, for a lot of people, jumping from the number 4 seed up to the number 1 seed would be a challenge, but I think he welcomes that challenge. He's played a bunch of those guys that have been playing number 1 for a while in leagues and had success. So I think that he's gonna surprise a lot of people. It won't be a surprise to any of us because we know the work that he's put in over the last several years. But we're looking forward to getting the year rolling and excited to see how things play out.
All right, well, good luck, and wish you all the best this year. And so with that, that'll be the end of the interview here with the Boaz Pirates tennis team, and we'll be right back with our next team. All right, welcome back to the 2026 Media Day for tennis. One thing we do want to do, we want to encourage you, if you're watching out there live, you can interact with the players and the coaches. If you have questions or if you just want to share some encouragement, feel free to put it in the chat. We'll share that here while we're here on the live stream and everything like that. So, but with that, we're here with the Abbeville Lady Aggies and Coach Henderson. So, Coach Henderson, we're going to turn it over to you and let you give us a little brief summary of your team and introduce who you got here with you.
Well, first of all, thanks for having us. We appreciate the hard work and effort you guys put into this, and we're excited to be here. This is the first media day that I know that tennis has done, so thank y'all for supporting high school tennis in the area. I'm very, very fortunate this year to be able to coach the Lady Aggies. It's a great group of young ladies. We now have 17 on the team. That's down from 28 last year. We had to kind of quail the roster a little bit just so we could work with them a little more individually, a little more time on each girl. But it's been a great transition. Now this year I'm from old school like Coach Bear Bryant, so I'm going to tell you it's going to be old pitiful me. But I like my team. I like my girls. We're very, very young. We graduated our number 1 and 3 players last year. Our number 2 player from last year chose she's going to be playing volleyball in college, so she chose to work more on volleyball in the spring, so she's not with us. So we've got 3 girls coming back with some experience on our team, and these young ladies are 3 of those girls. On my far right, McKenna Smith played number 5 for us last year, most of the year, number 2 doubles. McKenna is a girl that I'm eagerly waiting to see play right now. She is injured. McKenna is trying to recover from a broken vertebrae in her back. So she is on disabled list at the moment, hoping to get off that really, really soon, and we're excited to get her back. But that's a big part of our team right there that we want to get well. Becca Thomas next to me, she's in 7th grade. She's got 2 years of experience. She's really, really good. She played 6 for us as a 7th grader, did a wonderful job in the regional tournament last year at number 4. She got to the finals of the regionals, I believe. And if you're talking about a 7A region that includes all the Huntsville schools, that's quite a task. So Becca, we're looking for good things for Becca this year as a freshman. Amora Gonzalez last year didn't start for us, but she has had a tremendous summer, tremendous fall, tremendous spring. She went to us in the tournament Mobile last year. Absolutely fantastic turnout down there. She did a great job for us and really, really caught my attention, and I'm excited to see her play. So the overview is that we're young. So we've got the oldest player on our roster just turned 16. We've got 1 girl that can drive. We call her grandmother now. So she's the oldest one on the team, and that's really who we are. We started sophomores, freshmen, and below.
Coach, tell me a little bit about the schedule y'all are going to be playing this season.
Well, we've got a great schedule lined up. I'm a firm believer. So the way that I understand that the state does it is you can have 18 play dates plus 3 tournaments. So play dates is just considered a date. You could play 2 matches on that date. So we're using Saturdays this year, and we're playing on 3 different Saturdays. We're playing 2 matches on a Saturday to try to get us ready for the tournament. So I'm excited about some of the teams we have coming in. There's one day we've got defending state champion Sardis, and also we've got Coleman coming in on the same day. That's going to be a really big day for us on a Saturday. It'll be fun for the girls to experience those players. And of course, our section, our region is just so tough with Huntsville High's elite. I mean, they've got 2 4-star players on their team. Just say what you want to about them. They're really, really good. James Clemens is good. Bob Jones is good. Florence is really, really good. Grissom is better than they've been. Sparkman. I mean, who am I missing? Austin. I mean, you look at the region. That's 7 matches we play right there. That doesn't include the county, who just got a lot better this year. Boaz girls who are just here, they're very experienced. They've got most of the girls coming back. The Bridges girls, I mean, it seems like a Bridges girl's been there forever, but number 1, the Bridges girl will be very good. Piper's been playing a lot in the summer against us. They've got a couple other girls we've seen all summer at the courts in Albertville. Arab went to the state tournament last year. They've got everybody coming back. Their number 1's really good. Their number 5 beat up on us a couple times this year. And they got the Johnson girls back. And I think the coach's daughter is supposed to break the lineup. So, they're a problem. DAR, Anna Howard won the county last year as an 8th grader. She's very, very good as an 8th grader. And they don't lose anybody. So they're all back. Gunnersville, goodness gracious, you got was it Callie Flanagan girl?
Perry Stewart.
Well, you got Perry Stewart, Carlisle Grace Flanagan, who played one last year. Carlisle Grace has got very good strokes. She's a good player, solid athlete, and they got a young lady that moved in from Georgia, Perry Stewart. I watched her play this summer. I think she'll win the state 5A. I think she's that good. So she's, they're loaded. Who I missed. At least us and Douglas. Douglas is a little bit like us. They're young. They're rebuilding, but they're taking a lot of lessons as well. So our schedule's strong. We got a lot of really good teams on it, and sorry I kind of dove on it, but there's some really good teams this year.
So with you having kind of a younger team, has there been anybody that's kind of stepped up as a leader for you coming into this year?
We're waiting for that. We had some really good leaders last year that were seniors, and when you graduate your seniors and everybody is so young, they don't know how to necessarily lead yet. And these young ladies are all strong ladies of faith. They know the right way to do things. So I'm not worried about leadership from that standpoint. I've got total confidence in these three girls up here with me. Each one of, but as far as just that person that's, the alpha female, if you will, I don't have that person yet. It'll come. They'll figure it out. Any of these three have that potential. McKenna has just got that personality as well. If she can, we're praying that back is healed soon and she'll be back with us.
So when you're on the court, is there any one thing that you're trying to focus on? Like if you have a bad play, what kind of goes through your head during that time frame?
So for me, I would say if I do bad and then I look back at it, I just think about it next play, because you can't, after that play is done, you can't control what happened. You can't control that, but you can control what happens next. So I just have a full mind reset and know that this is down to me to get that next ball, that next play, make the play. So really just a next play mentality.
I would agree with the next ball mentality. I try to not think of it as like get frustrated at myself, but try to plan out my next play ball by ball.
What I really try to do is I try to take a good minute, go back, and just rethink on what I just did and how I can make that play better to win the next point, like what they were saying, and really just have full confidence in myself to win the match.
So with y'all kind of being a younger team, what is the one thing that you're wanting to really bring to the team as an individual to kind of make it stronger?
So for me, coming back, I think us being such a young team, I want to be that person that steps up and has the alpha female role, because I just know having a confident leader amongst the team is a really strong, it really holds the team together and holds everybody accountable. So when I come back, I really want to be that person that can just push everybody and encourage everyone.
I want to try and encourage and help the younger ones because I've been in that position when I'm in 7th grade playing with these bigger girls that have had more experience. I want to help them be more confident in their game like we are and enjoy the game while they're playing it.
And if I might interject there, what she's saying is really true. As a freshman, she has more match experience than anybody else on the team. Even the sophomores, she started as a 7th grader and 8th grader, so Becca's done a great job.
I really want to just show the team that it doesn't really matter what age you started at, as long as you put in like effort, you go to training, you give your all at practice, you work outside of tennis, you can still be a really good tennis player. And I want to help them have that mindset to this year really push and just keep on trying.
Is there any particular one team or one person you're looking forward to playing?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Is there any one particular player that you would face this year that you're looking forward to that, or a particular team that you're looking forward to playing?
I would say for me personally, I'm looking forward to playing Coleman again, because they're really a strong team in my opinion. So playing Coleman, and then as well as Huntsville, we never get points on Huntsville. So I think for any of us just to have a breakthrough match and get 1 point on Huntsville, I think that would be a big confidence booster for the team.
I'm looking forward to playing DAR because they are very, like, you wouldn't expect them to be, like, best of the best, but they have great players from the lineup, and they're very strong in what they do, so I'm excited to play them.
I'm looking forward to probably playing Florence because they are a really strong team, but also you can learn a lot from them.
May I say something? I love their answers. I love the fact that you want to go play the best, and that's what it's all about, and I'm very, very proud of these girls for stating that. We're not going to back, we're not going to back down to anybody just because we're young. We're going to get out there and play.
Well, just tell me how it feels to be starting off a new season this year.
I think it's truly an honor to be starting off a new season, and just seeing the hard work that the team has been putting in, it's really given me a great perspective just watching them because I can't play at the moment. But I'm really excited for the season, and I think truly every person on the team has been putting in their best effort to get better, and it's showing.
I'm very excited to see what our hard work over the summer and the spring has put in and worked off because we worked super hard over the summer, and I'm so excited to see how well we can put that into play.
I'm really excited this season, especially since we're so young, and also like thanking God that He gave me this opportunity to play in the first place.
Any goals or anything for this year?
My personal goal for me is to just get healthy again and be able to put my best foot forward and play as well as I can because coming off of injury, it's going to be hard to get back to where I was and even to improve from where I was. So my personal goal is just play as many matches as my body will let me to.
My personal goal is to put every effort into every point I play, no matter what the score is on the board.
My personal goal is to give my all for the team, and no matter what, just do my part and make sure that everyone just feels good and always.
Okay. Do we have anything from the chat?
Take a look. We got Cindy Jones watching. No comments yet there, so shout out to Cindy for watching.
Okay. All right, Coach, any final thoughts?
Not really. I'm just again excited to be here. Thank y'all so much for doing this. I'm excited. Let me couple thoughts. I will, if you don't mind. First of all, these three were chosen, for a reason, for their leadership capabilities and their experience and what they bring to the table. But we have an awesome group of young ladies. It's not just these three. We've got a great group, all 17 of them. I'm very excited about. I think that right now we've got 5 or 6 that are just beginners still and are learning to play, so they'll be in transition. Some of these ladies can help them, but we've got 10, 11, or 12 girls we can put on the court tomorrow. And I would not be afraid to give them a shot if they had to. So we're building the depth. That's that I'm excited about. I'm also excited about our coaching staff. I'm going to go ahead and shout out to Coach Murphy. Justin Murphy is joining us this year. Coach Murphy and I have coached together in basketball the last few years. He coaches the JV boys, and he's also assistant on the varsity boys. I can't be more excited about Coach Murphy. He's a great molder of young men. These guys are going to love him. But he also he's not going to have a huge tennis background. He knows how to coach. That's important. Also, Coach Justin Price has been with us for 2 years. He's our coach of player development. And really what that means, Coach Price is at the middle school, so he's not able to, at this point, coach a high school roster. Just his time won't allow it. So he's there after school, working with the kids, every day. And Coach Price is that guy that if we're on the road, he's got the ones that didn't travel, and he's working with them. And, buddy, that makes a huge difference. Coach Price has been a great addition for our staff. And so I'm excited about our coaches and just very, very thankful for our administration at school. I'm excited for what's happening in Albertville. Man, it's just it's a great campus, a great atmosphere. Our administration is top notch, and we're on fire. So let's get them. We're ready.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. That'll conclude our interview here with the Aberville Lady Aggies tennis team. We'll be right back with the Aberville boys team. welcome back to the Marshall County Media Day for tennis here. So we want to welcome the Aberville Aggies here, Coach Murphy. Coach Murphy, we're going to turn it over to you, give you a few minutes, just let you kind of give us a little brief introduction of who you got with you and then something about your team.
Sounds good. First off, I want to say thank you guys for doing this. To me, tennis is a sport that's not publicized a whole bunch. So you guys doing this is huge for our sport and huge for these guys. So I appreciate that a whole bunch. But I'll go ahead and introduce our guys. We'll start from the end. We got a junior, Daniel. We got right beside him, we got a 7th grader, Kai. And then on this end, we've got Jacob, who's a senior. So we got a big mix of guys here. And I want to say this. Just having these 3 up here means a lot for our program because these guys we count on. They're great guys. There's a weird mix here. As you notice, we got junior, senior, and then 7th grader, right? So it was a process trying to narrow down who we were going to bring because, like I said, there's a lot of guys that we could have brought, and it narrowed down to this. As we're trying to build this new culture in our tennis program, we wanted to pick the 3 guys that we thought done the best job of upholding our standards, right? And these guys do a great job of that. They work really hard. So I want to thank them for coming and thank them for doing what they do for our program, right? And now moving into what else we've got, I also want to thank Coach Henderson. As he said earlier, I'm a basketball coach first. As I get into tennis, I'm late getting in because I'm coaching basketball into February, hopefully into March as we get to the state tournament this year, as we hope to do. But he does a tremendous amount with these guys. He works them out every day. If we can't get out on the courts with the weather, he's got them in the classroom. It's huge having him as a help and having him as a mentor for myself. So I want to say thank you to Coach Henderson. Now, we're really excited to get into this season. These guys are working really hard. We've got guys that have played a lot of matches, and we've got a guy beside me who's not played a single match as far as AHSAA certified, right? So we got it's exciting, and we got other guys that, like I said, could have been up here that have played a lot of matches. So we're super excited, and we're working really hard, and I'm really and even for myself, I'm excited to kind of see how this goes. And we're working on, like I said, building that culture of hard work. And that's what we want to do. And these guys, like I said, uphold that standard. They work really hard.
Well, Coach, just tell me about some of the guys you've got on the roster this season.
All right, so we've got these 3 here they're all going to start for us, play both singles and doubles. And we've got some more that are not here. We've got Gabby, as everybody calls him. We got Gabriel Morales. He may play or 2, may play number 1 doubles with Daniel here. We got a bunch of other guys on the roster. We got another senior in Isaac who can fit in somewhere because he works really hard. And then we've got a couple other guys. We've got Josh who's played some matches for us in the past that could fit in that 3 or 4 slot for us, who's really good. And then we got Jasper, who's fighting for the 5-6 spot. And we got some guys coming in that are new to it, who are working really hard, that may fight for that 6th spot as well. And so we're, like I said, it's interesting. You go into basketball, for me, and it's all up to the coach, right? Who's going to play the starting lineup, right? And for me in tennis, guys, you just get to go compete for that spot, right? It's a little bit different where you can just go play one-on-one, back-to-back days, and just go fight for your spot. Right? So we're interested, like I said, to see those guys compete and see who wants to take that spot.
Jacob, being a senior, what's one thing you're looking forward to this year?
I'm just looking forward to this. Not looking forward to it being my last season. I'd like to play more of these guys. I love all these guys. I just really hope I can leave a lasting impression on all of them. Just show them how to play tennis and just leave my mark on Albertville.
This for each one of you guys. Talk about your off season a little bit. I know tennis is a sport that you can't just pick up the racket and go to work. I mean, you gotta work on your craft pretty much year round. Talk about your off season and preparation for the upcoming season.
So what I normally do is just play as much tennis as I can, do as many practices as I can, go to the gym as many times as I can. But I also try to mix it up and do other stuff because I don't want to have my off season to be an off season at the same time. I don't do 100% tennis. Sometimes I don't play tennis for a week. I just take a break because it's better for your mental as well. But just work as hard as you can and try to just improve and be a better player than last year.
I try to stay more active, always stay in shape. I play as much tennis as I can, get on the court almost every day. I really try to work on all my skills and work with all the coaches I can, and I talk to all the players and try to get advice from them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to prioritize anything. I like to focus on each one of my skills. That way, nothing will get better than just one particular thing. I like to stay very active and pick with as many people as I can.
Coach, my question for you as well. This ice age that we're in the last couple of weeks has probably put a damper on things. I mean, do you guys have an indoor place where you can get some work in, or
So
how's the work look over this, ice
So
age
for
we're in?
us, if we can't get on the court, like I said, Coach Henderson gets the guys in the classroom and they watch film. They just talk. Let me reemphasize this. Coach Henderson is an incredible coach, but he's also a better mentor for young men and young women. Right? I got to sit in there yesterday because a lot of times I'm at basketball practice. I got to sit in on their tennis meeting yesterday, and it was talks about setting goals, how to reach those goals, and how to handle the failure if you don't reach those goals. Where it's just life lessons every day. Right? And to me, tennis is tennis. Becoming a great man of faith is huge for this program, and it's huge for every individual. Right? So we thank Coach Henderson for that. Like I said, I couldn't do this without him. But it's tough. A lot of programs have maybe indoor facilities, and we have our indoor facility where we can work out, which we do on some days. But when we can't get out on the courts, our tennis swings kind of get stuck a little bit, I guess you could say. But using the classroom is kind of our stepping stone to get back out on the courts when it's too cold.
Well, Coach, tell me about what the first few weeks of y'all's season's looking like.
The first few weeks?
First couple of weeks of y'all's season's looking like.
As we go into the matches, or right now? All right, so we've got we're going to open up with Fort Payne, which I don't know if we've played in the past. That's going to be exciting, and then we roll right into a section match with Austin, which we're hoping to get in and get a win out of that one and get started off well in our section. But as we get into basketball season, later into the basketball season, we're going to see some players who can't make it. I can't make it sometimes, so it kind of backs us up, right? A lot of teams get to start earlier, but with the way things have worked out, we're almost at a disadvantage. But it allows us to prepare better individually rather than focusing on scouts for other teams and stuff like that. So just right into the first few matches, we've got pretty tough opponents. We've got a section, like I said, we've got Austin, who's going to be a battle. We've got Fort Payne, who we're excited to go against. So, yeah, some matches definitely winnable.
Kyle, with this being your first year, what's the thing you're looking to, forward to most on this first game? What do you want to try to get out there and do first right off the bat, just kind of get the nerves out?
Mostly I'm just trying to gain experience. So, throughout my career, I'll be more used to it and everything. Of course, I'm trying to win, but I'm also trying to keep my attitude positive and bring all my teammates up.
Any goals that each of you have set for this year?
Well, one of my main goals is win county. That's the number one. This is my first year being number one. I just want to win county, and also make it a state will be a very big goal for me and my teammates.
Of course, I'm trying to win county just like Daniel, but mainly I really want to, of course, get experience up and everything. But I don't want to be down on myself. I want to forget about even if I lose. I want to try to go into the next game, and then even the next season, and just go on and go on.
Like the other two guys, I also want to win county because I know we have a really good team this year. We have a really good chance of winning, and it would be nice to go to state. I think we have an okay chance of doing that also.
Any one particular team or particular player you're looking forward to playing this year?
One team that I want to play the most is Florence, because they've always been better than us. They've always been a tough team to beat. And I always love playing against players that are better than me because it gets the better player out of me. And I just want to be able to go and beat them.
Well, I don't really know much about what teams are good because it's my first year. But I've seen Douglas's roster, and they look very good. So I want to try to go play them and take a win out of it.
I think the main team I want to play is Douglas because of how competitive the match would be and how many players I know on that team. I get to see how hard they work and show them how hard we
coach and players can speak on this. How competitive is it at practice when you guys get to go against each other? Is there some trash talking going on? Is there, let us know. That's always a fun thing to ask.
I think I can start on this one. The competitive spirit has raised a whole bunch since I've been out there. Part of that is we've added some punishments for losing, right? We hate losing, and that's how we want it to be, right? Nobody wants to lose. But you talk about the trash talk. Actually, the last day I was out on the courts, the guys were competitive, not much trash talk, but then they went against the girls, and then the girls started trash talking as it got a little more competitive. So that's fun to see. And like I said, it's super exciting and just to watch them grow as competitors. Daniel, go ahead.
Well, I'm not a big trash talker, but when it comes with friends, I always like trash talking because I feel like if we be trash talking each other, it makes us bring a spark and wants us to play better and try to beat the other one. So it's just been fun playing with all my friends and having that competition spirit and just trying to beat them.
Kind of the same. I don't really trash talk with other opponents, like people I don't know well. But I like joking around with my friends and trash talking if I beat them. But I've always been known to be very competitive with everyone that I know, really. So.
Yeah, I don't really trash talk either, but I really just I may do it with a close friend, only to bring a competitive edge to it.
So we were kind of talking before we kicked this off that characters are a really big thing with tennis because there are no officials in just your regular matches around here. You don't really see officials till you get on off into regionals and states. So how big of a part does that play, Coach, in players and who you rank in that 1 through 5 and stuff like that?
It's huge because to me it shows their character, right? Whether they win or lose, there could be a play to decide the match, and it comes down to, do I want to do the right thing or do I want to win? Which is a hard line to choose, right? And everybody wants to win, but I think the guys we have here are willing to do the right thing, which to me is far more important than whether we win or lose. Now, like I said, being a competitor, that's hard and it can hurt, but that's what we want to do is raise men to do and make the right decisions, whether it hurts or not. But as far as making that decision into our lineup, I don't think that really plays a role. We want to put our best players into the 1, or second best into the 2. So like I said, it doesn't play a huge role. It does help in practice just to see and just to talk to the kids about we want to make the right decisions for us, right? And we want to make the right decisions to help us grow rather than win or lose.
Stephen, do we have anything from the chat? Okay. All right, Coach, any final thoughts?
Last thing I'll say, once again, let me emphasize, thank you guys for doing this. This is awesome. I'm glad you guys are publicizing our kids. I think it's huge for not just us, but for the county as a whole. This is awesome. But then, as Coach Henderson said, I want to thank Coach Price, who helps us develop these kids, and I really want to thank our administration. Right? We talked about it. He talked about how Albertville is trending up so fast. We have great administrators. We have a great superintendent. The board is awesome. So I want to thank them for putting us in positions to grow. And thank the city of Albertville for giving us Sand Mountain Park, right, where we get to go. And I think we have the best tennis facilities in the state of Alabama. So I'm super thankful for all of that.
Excuse me. All right, that'll conclude. I got a little stuck there. That'll conclude Aberville. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the 2026 Marshall County Media Day here for tennis. We're here with Coach Campbell from the Gunnersville Lady Wildcats. So, Coach Campbell, if you will, just give us a little update on what you have tennis-wise this year and who you've brought here with you.
I have got Carlisle Grace and Coach Beam with me. Right now, this is our top. We've had some sick girls, so unfortunately, this is all we have today. We love her, not fortunately, you know. But yeah, we got Coach Beam. She's really our tennis guru. So, but yeah, I'm here.
I will jump in there, being that Coach Olivia is starting this year, her first year, and really is not a tennis player, but she's our official tennis coach, and she's learning a lot about it. And so being the 40-year veteran of, they can't get rid of me. So I'm the assistant volunteer coach for the last 10 years since I've retired. So anyway, we're looking forward to a great season. We've got 3 of our top 6 returning from last year. Carlisle Grace, who's played number 1 for us the last several years, and we're lucky to have her back. And we'll have Anna Kate Couch, who just signed a scholarship at Sneed. She'll be returning. We're going to kind of be senior heavy in our lineup this year, which we have not had in many years, but we have a situation where we've had a number 1 caliber player move in, and so Perry Stewart will be joining our lineup this year. She's returning. She was here in middle school and moved away to Atlanta and has moved back here for her senior year, so we're excited to have her. And Miley Chambers, who played number 6 last year, will also be returning. And then we'll see, we've got several players vying for the number 4, 5, and 6 position, and we'll see, who ends up there. But we're very excited about the season. So,
Well, Coach, who are y'all going to be opening with this year?
we open with Westminster on February 17th at home. So they'll be our first match. Yes, we've played them. They've been in our section on and off. They're not this year, I don't think, but they've been in there. So we've played them, several times, in the past few years. We've been moved from one section to another, and we're back over with the people we want to be with this year. They had moved us over into like the Huntsville area for a couple of years, but last year and this year we're back in the section with Boaz and Douglas and those people.
I was going to ask, tell me about the section y'all are playing in this season.
Well, our section, we have the returning state champions in our section this year, which Sardis, an awesome team, and I think they have several returning on their team. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. We felt like we were right there vying for second. The top 2 teams go to state out of your section, and we felt like we should have been the number 2 team last year, and we missed it by just a hair of going to state. So that's certainly one of our goals this year, is to make it to state, and so we feel like that's an attainable goal if we can all do what we think they can. So we're excited about this upcoming season.
Coach Campbell, having someone with 40 years experience at your side right here, you can't probably begin to talk about how important that is and how much you've learned, but if you could put into words just some of the big takeaways you've had that's really helping you along the way.
Honestly, having Lisa has been huge. I've learned a lot from her. I've actually learned a lot from the players as well. I tell them they've taught me a lot. I did come into this not knowing anything. I was kind of goofy with it at first. Meeting Miss Beam, I'm super, super thankful for her because she literally runs the show. I kind of do everything as far as school and paperwork-wise, but as far as getting on the courts and playing and having matches, she knows the game, and she's helped a lot, and I'm super thankful for her, as well as our girls. We've got a good group of girls. no issues with them as far as personality. Like, we have got a good leader right here. Love her. She handles the team. She carries the team. Walking into it not knowing anything, I feel like I've been set up pretty well with them, and I feel like I've got a good group behind me, for sure.
And we love her. When, there's a new person coming on and you're like, oh, they don't know anything about tennis, and you're like, oh, she is great. Let me tell you, she's jumped right in there and wants to learn and is having fun and, comes every day like, I love practice. She loves practice. She's like, so it's been really fun getting to know her, and the girls love her, and we're really excited about having her.
And Carly, correct?
Carlisle,
I'm sorry. Carlisle, you are at a place that has been phenomenal athletic-wise, and that's Guntersville High School, right? You got a new school. You have tons of girls that go out and play college. You guys won the state in volleyball. It's an amazing time to be at Guntersville right now. Can you put into words what it's like being a student athlete at Guntersville at this time?
It's great being a student athlete at Guntersville. We have a lot of school spirit, I would say, mostly everyone loves to come out and watch soccer game, not just football games really anymore. Like the volleyball girls, we loved going to watch them this year. The basketball, our girls basketball team this year is so great. So we all love going to watch them. Hopefully we'll get people out to our tennis matches this year. But yes, it's great time to be a student athlete.
Next question is, and I asked this, earlier, how are you getting in work with the temperature been like it has been over the last couple of weeks, or are you guys looking like Eskimos out there trying to battle it?
Well, we have gotten in several days this week, and we hope to next week. But it's pretty much this way every spring. I mean, we say spring, we're in the middle of winter, but that's how tennis season is. We start practice in the middle of January, and you just know that there's going to be days that you're just not going to be able to get out there. But generally, if it's 40 degrees and maybe not too windy, you can, we just bundle up and wear lots of layers and get on out there. So, because we try to tell them, hey, there's going to be days, we have matches that it's going to be cold and windy, so you might as well practice in some cold and windy weather and get used to it. So, it's really kind of weird because you start your season in the middle of winter, and then it might start getting warm by the end of our season. Like state is in the middle of April, so you'll have a few warm days before season's over, but it's basically a winter sport. So.
You mentioned y'all got a more senior heavy team, a more experienced team this year. Just how does that change the way that you approach things coming into a new season?
Well, it's just a new and different thing because usually we're all over the map with the ages of our players, but it's just worked out this year that it looks like we could have possibly 5 seniors in the lineup in the top 6. And, in tennis, your top 6, that's your varsity team that plays against the other schools. So, I don't know that we've ever had that situation since I've been coaching all these years. And also, I don't know that we've ever had a situation where we've had a player move in of the caliber that we've got that has moved in that's going to, it helps to be able to keep your stronger players because on down the lineup, the deeper your lineup, then the better your team. So the more strong players you can have all the way down, the better you're going to do against the other teams. So it's going to be fun to see how it all pans out. We'll see.
So as was mentioned earlier, last year the soccer team won state. The girls won it in volleyball this year. Y'all's senior class is pretty well. They've set kind of a standard. So does that put a little bit of pressure on you because the soccer team is kind of heavily favored again this year? Does that put a little pressure on you as a senior to kind of want to carry that out with tennis, being y'all were as close as what you were last year?
I definitely want to go to state and win our section, but not a lot of pressure, not from the student body.
Just motivation.
Just motivation, yes, that's it. I want to win too.
So as a senior, what is one thing you want to leave back to these younger girls that you got coming up? Because you are, like you said, you are primarily a heavier class of seniors. You're going to have some coming up next year that's going to have to replace you. What are you wanting to leave as your legacy to those younger girls?
Just to have fun. I think tennis is a really fun sport, but it's also a mental, like kind of a mental sport. So try not to let your head get in the game and just remember it's about having fun and trying your best to win, but you'll win more when you have fun, I think.
Okay. So as a coach, is there any particular match or team that you're looking forward to seeing kind of as a stretch to really see what you have in a team this year?
I mean, it definitely will be interesting when we come up against Sardis with our head-to-head match. And, of course, our county tournament is very competitive, and it's always fun to, you know, see who comes out on top in county. I mean, we have a great county competition, and I mean, if you win county in Marshall County, you have done something in tennis. So we generally have a lot of strong teams in the county, so we always look forward to that. That'll definitely let us know where we stand when we play county. And, yeah, playing Sardis will tell us a lot. So.
As a player, is there any particular player you're looking forward to playing or a team that you're looking forward to playing this year?
I'm also pretty excited to watch the Sardis match. I'm very excited to watch Perry and Callie Ray play. I think that'll be like a really, really good match.
Okay. So is there any younger players that you have that are coming up that maybe everybody doesn't know about or somebody to be watching for this year or in the years to come?
Oh, we have several. Addison Hammond, she's in basketball right now. We have several that are still playing basketball that won't be able to join us at tennis until they get out of basketball. But she's an awesome athlete and has played a lot of tennis in the off season. So we're anxious to see where Addison ends up in the lineup. And several of our younger players, Lorelei Till is a sophomore. She played in the top 6 last year, and Ella Beth Kirkland and Ellie Gannon. So those are some of our younger players that will be on varsity. We'll have, probably 9 on our varsity. So it'll be interesting to see where they all end up in the lineup.
Coach, can you speak on the city of Guntersville? Like, you've been there for a while now, and seeing the growth, the new school, just when you talk to anybody around the state and they mention Guntersville, it's like high praise. I know people that vacation to Guntersville, but you guys get to live there, and you've seen the growth in the new school and what the city's doing for the school system. Can you talk about what you've seen yourself as it's come along?
Absolutely. I went to Guntersville High School, played on the tennis team at Guntersville High School. On the way up here, I was thinking about the coaches in the county that we played against each other in high school. Greg Henderson, Matt Holliday, who coaches at DAR. We were all playing high school tennis. I'm a little older than them, but they were on their teams when we were all in high school. So that's pretty interesting. But as far as Guntersville, I grew up there and went to school there, and I'm so proud of what's going on there. The new school is gorgeous. It's beautiful, and we're all very proud of it. And, just have a great history as far as, I was a teacher there for 32 years. I was at the elementary school, but, always very proud to say that I worked in the Guntersville school system and went through the Guntersville school system, and still, as a retired person, am part of the school system. So, yes, it's a great source of pride.
That's awesome. And you guys take on the boys anytime? Do y'all ever cross play like that? And how's that?
We do. We have fun days where you can speak to that.
We have, at the end of the year, we have a boys versus girls match. That's everyone's favorite match of the year.
And the parents come, and it's a real fun day. And then every now and then, the boys will come up and practice with us when we need to sometimes. So, we're excited about the boys team too.
All right, Coach. Coach Campbell, is there anything particular that, this being your first year, that has just really stood out to you? I know they say you're having a lot of fun and stuff, but what's probably one of your favorite things about being a coach?
Honestly, just working with the girls. Like, I cannot tell y'all enough. I don't know if it's tennis. I don't know what it is. It could just be the group of people that I have working with me. I came into this, my husband, he's a coach. He's been a coach for a long time, so I kind of was like, oh, yeah, I can do it. So I came into it with I keep saying a goofy attitude, but, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Like, practicing, I was, like Coach Beam said, I actually get out there and I practice with them. Carlisle, we joke around a little bit because I was like, for Christmas, I got a racket, and she was just kind of joking with me. She's like, okay, you're the coach, and you got a racket. Like, okay. But, I mean, I've enjoyed it. Like, we've got a really good group of girls. Coach Beam, I cannot sing her praises enough. She's so great to work with. I've learned so much from her. She's helped so much for a long time, but this year, a lot. But, no, I love it, and I enjoy coaching. And surprisingly, I'm a nurse. That's my first job, but I really do enjoy coaching, and I really do enjoy our tennis girls. So I'm really excited to be here.
All right, Coach, any final thoughts from either one of you?
Well, I just want to say how lucky we are to have Coach Campbell over there, because like I say, you could tell how enthusiastic she is to be out here, and we're just excited to have her. It's going to be a fun season.
All right, with that, we'll call that an end to the interview here with the Lady Wildcats from Gunnersville. We'll be back shortly here with the Gunnersville Wildcat boys team. Coach Campbell, we're going to turn it over to you and let you introduce who you have with us, and then just give us a little brief summary of what you got going on in Tennessee.
All right, thank you. To my right, I have Drew Yancey and Am Patel, and to my left, I have Grayson Story. This is my first year coaching tennis at Gunnersville High School, but I'd like to thank Papa Doobies and Beyond the Blitz for hosting this. I think it's great for all of Marshall County to experience this and to highlight the tennis team. So thank y'all for doing this. And I also like to thank Mr. Holt and our athletic director Shannon Cahill for giving us this opportunity. And I'm really excited to be a first-year coach. Coming in not knowing much about the game of tennis. I spent a lot of time with Dr. Story and Deanna Perry. They help out at practice and do a wonderful job with the kids as far as skill development, and they're a great influence on our students. So, but one other thing that I'd like to say about this team before I mention the rest of them, to my right, I have challenged Drew and Am to really step up and help out with the 9th graders and the 8th graders on our team. They have been an awesome influence on our guys. They help out at practice. If they see something wrong, they correct it right then. And I just want y'all to know I do appreciate that. So thank you. But the rest of our team, Boone Perry, Logan Bodine, Jace Plunkett, Caden Floyd, and Judge Shaw. We do have a smaller roster, but the competitive level at practice has really risen since the first day, and it's just been awesome to see them grow out on the tennis court. Before I even get to practice, the students are already hitting, and whenever 4:30 gets there and it's time to go home, they're like, "Coach, I just want to hit some more." But it's got to make you feel good as a coach. So I appreciate their courage and them wanting to be the best players that they can be. I'd like to highlight the schedule real quick, if that's okay. First 2 matches, we're going to start out at home playing Westminster and Boaz, and then we're on the road at Aniana. The next 3 matches, we're at home facing Douglas, Southside, and Springville. And then the next 2, we're on the road at Arab and at Etowah. Then we play Boaz at home. We go to Albertville. Then we play Sardis and DAR at home before the county tournament. And then we end the season traveling to Cherokee County and playing Gadsden City at home. And all of that happens before sections. So with that being said, I'm just thrilled to be a part of this team, and I appreciate the opportunity these guys have given me to be their coach.
Coach, tell me about the season y'all were coming off of last year, some of the players that you're bringing back.
Well, last year, Coach Brazelton was the coach, and he did an amazing job. He's helped me. Him and Coach Togler have helped me and the other Coach Campbell tremendously in this process. But there were a few players that left last year. There were also players that were that could have continued to play this year. They decided not to, which that's okay. But you've played since 9th grade, correct?
Yes, I've played since 9th grade.
He's played since 9th grade. Drew, you've played since 9th grade, right?
7th grade.
7th grade. So most of the guys that we have in our top spots in the lineup, they have played a lot of tennis. And Grayson, he's played a lot of tennis. If you watch Grayson this year, you can tell this dude has played a lot, and he's very talented. So, but as far as last year, I'm not really concerned about the players that were there last year. But this year, I know that we have a good squad in our top lineup.
Some of you guys that have been playing for a while, what are some of the things you want to pass on to the new players coming in the program?
I'll start. So one of the things that I do want to pass on to some of the players that we have right now is to just, like, I see, like, during practices, there's a lot of people that bum out when they're not making it over the net or they're not getting it in over the lines. And to them, I just want to say that it's okay. Like, things happen. We shouldn't, like, be bummed up about it. And we should just improve what we can and just try to have fun, because that's what tennis is really about.
A couple of things I would pass on to a lot of our younger kids would be that tennis is as much mental as it is physical. So as important as it is to stay in shape during the off season and work hard on the things you know you're not great at, it's just as important to make sure you're always there whenever you need to be there in your head, and to, like said, to not get bummed out over little things that are solvable.
Yeah, to go on to that, like, I just tell them to be confident, to always be ready for the ball, and just hit through it, and, like, help
it's more a mental game than a physical game. So you just have to help them and make them more confident instead of bringing them down.
Coach, is there any particular team you're looking forward to seeing kind of as a stretch to kind of let you know how well your team's going to play for the year?
There's not really one team in particular that I'm looking forward to playing, but I am looking forward to the county tournament. I've always heard, Marshall County tournaments are big, and especially with, just coming off of basketball, that was a big deal. But I've actually never been a part of the tennis county tournament, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, that's really it.
Guys, is there any particular team or any particular player that you're looking forward to playing? I know they kind of do it. Y'all do it by seeding, but is there anybody you're kind of hoping that, yeah, I want them in my seed. I really want to face that player or that team this year.
There's not really a specific player that I do want to face, but I do want to say that Gunnersville and Arab they have had a long sort of rivalry, and I am excited about going against them. So I just want to say Arab. Looking out.
I would say one person in particular I look forward to playing this year would be the number 1 from Boaz, Aaron Lancaster. He's an extremely good player, and I feel like he pushes me to play hard on the things I'm not good at.
Yeah, with Douglas, I'm really looking forward to play Karsten. He's been my friend through the years and has always helped me, and I think it'll be a really good match as we've played for years and years, and it's always been tiebreakers and all that. So.
Coach, can you talk about transition? You said it's your first year coaching, correct?
Yes, sir.
What's that been like? What have you learned along the way, and what are some of the things like you could tell other people who's going to be first year coach? Like, I didn't know this until I took over.
Right. Well, I'm still in the learning process, so I'll give you what I have so far. But as a first year coach, the one thing I've learned is I can't do it alone. I've got to have some help, and if it was up to me, we wouldn't be able to reach the expectations that we have for the team. But Dr. Story and Deanna Perry have helped me tremendously just on little tidbits in practice, what I can help the students with, and really just functioning at practice in general. I mean, just going into it, you would never think, like I coach football, you would never think, well, what do we do at tennis practice? I know that's very simple, but that's something that that I've had to get help from with Miss Perry and Dr. Story, and I'm gonna be honest with you, has helped out tremendously with that. Like I told you before, I wanted the players to lead the team. I feel like that's a big deal for us, and has done a tremendous job. Hey, Coach, I think this will be a good idea for today. Hey, Coach, I think we should do this at the end of practice. Like that tremendously means a lot to me. But one of the main thing that I've learned being a first-year coach is just listen. Just listen to the other coaches, listen to the parents, listen to the players, and come up with an idea from everything that you gather. So that's really what I've learned the most.
You hear Coach talk about you in those terms. That's got to make you feel good. Obviously, that not only the confidence, but he respects your knowledge of the game. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So since this is his first year, I'm really glad that I'm able to help out. Some of the like years that I've played before, when I was starting out, 9th grade, 10th grade, I didn't really have much say in what to do, but now it's very different. It's kind of like being an assistant to the coach, and just helping out players with their form, technique, and like anything that they really need help with. So I'm glad I'm able to help out with that.
Each one of you players speak on this. How much tennis do you guys watch? I mean, do you guys watch the pros, maybe college? And if so, who is your favorite tennis player, and what do you pick up from them?
My favorite tennis player would have to be Carlos Alcaraz. Here and there, I'll watch some of his games, but he really inspires me. Just get out there, hit, and
he's young too. He's like what, like 23?
In
maybe?
his 20s, I would say.
I would say I watch tennis all the time because I think you can always learn from watching anyone, no matter what level it is. And I would say my favorite player growing up, and even now, after he's retired, would be Roger Federer. he's a big inspiration to how I play and my ground strokes and how I look at the game.
Yeah, I've watched tennis like my whole life with my dad, and I just love it. But my favorite player is Ben Shelton, and since my dad went to Florida, it's just really awesome how like Ben can do all that. So.
It's Grayson, correct?
Yes.
What have you learned from these gentlemen over here? They're your teammates, so to speak, but these guys a little bit older than you. What have you learned and some of the takeaways you've gotten from these guys?
Yeah, so these guys are really helpful. They help the team, help the players, help all of us, and they're just really thoughtful, and they can help.
Coach, what is it about these three gentlemen that they're here today? I'm not, no shot at nobody who's not here, but maybe these three guys did something that they earned the spot to come here today.
Right. To me, starting with he's our only senior on the team, and I've had great conversations with him on, what I expect from him, and I want you to help with the 8th graders and the 9th graders, just encourage them, but just the way he carries himself, and he's a wonderful young man, and I felt that he would be well spoken for this event. And Drew's another young man that I've had multiple conversations with on, what we need to improve on at practice, or what we're looking for as far as the other teammates doing at practice. Again, just a well-spoken individual, and I feel like he represents our organization well. And Grayson, he's one of our up-and-coming really good players. I'm telling you, Grayson is, I don't know, something about him when he plays, like he's electric. He is, and these two guys can speak on that too, which Drew and they're electric as well, but there's just something about Grayson. He's a very special individual, and again, just well-spoken, and I feel like he represents our organization well.
So growing up, I watched a little bit of tennis, and John McEnroe was the guy that he was known for, like losing his cool out there. So kind of lighten the mood a little bit. You ever see any kids crash out there during tennis and just completely lose it because they miss a serve or don't hit one in or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of players. I don't want to point out names, but there has been a player that has broken his racket. And then just little things like that, like not getting over the net. And I do want to reiterate that it really is a mental game, and we shouldn't be bummed up about those little things that we can improve. But yeah.
Yeah, there's always your highs and lows, but some people reach that real low, and I've seen a couple broken rackets, thrown rackets. You've heard verbal screaming. I mean, heard it all.
Yeah, I've been to tons of tournaments, and I've seen everything from breaking rackets, crying, screaming, like what they said. But the one thing you really need to do is just bring them back up, help them through it, and just be a good sport.
Luckily, there's no officials to give technical fouls in tennis, correct? So, with that, Coach, any final thoughts?
I'm just thankful for the opportunity to be their coach, and thank you all for hosting this. I think this is great exposure for Marshall County sports, so thank y'all.
All right, with that, we're going to call it a close to the Gunnersville Wildcat boys tennis team. We appreciate it, and we'll be right back with Douglas. All right, welcome back. We're here with the Douglas Lady Eagles tennis team. Unfortunately, DAR had to cancel. They had a little bit of a conflict there with some coaches. So with that DAR, we will skip both the ladies and the boys teams, and we'll jump ahead in the schedule to Douglas here. So with that, we have Coach Riley Smith here with us. So, Coach, we're going to turn it over to you, let you introduce you players you've got here with us, give us a little introduction to your team, and then we'll go from there.
All right. It's good to be here today. It's great to have our girls come out and take part in this awesome event. Even though it's cold outside, we still able to make it down. But we have Maritza Perez here. Maritza's a senior. Came out this year, went through tryouts with us, and I just kept like, where's this girl been? And she was just awesome for us in tryouts and everything. So we had to obviously take her, and we're very much so looking forward to having her in the lineup this year. We have JC Clements. She was our number 3 girl last year. Very likely to play high in the lineup again this year. Won a county championship last year. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. That's right. So hopefully we can get her to defend her title this year. Played awesome for us last year. Then last but not least, we have Hallie Patterson. Hallie played 5 or 6 for us last year in the lineup. Very excited to see how she progresses this year on the team. She's definitely got better and better over the fall and summer. I think we got a really good team, but these are my ladies I chose to represent us today. So.
Well, Coach, just tell me a little bit about y'all's schedule y'all got coming up this season.
Yes, so with it being spring sport, obviously, you're freezing on the front end and then burning up on the back end and everything. But first match is Gadsden. It's non-section, non-county, anything like that. It's just a good little tune-up for us to get prepped for the season. It's a lot of the same teams we played last year. I tried to keep it very familiar with what our teams know and should be able to expect down the lineup. Obviously the county teams, DAR, Arab, Gunnersville, Boaz, Albertville, and then beyond that it's section, Sardis, Aniana, Etowah, and a bunch of other good teams just like that. But it's going to be a tough schedule, but I think we've made some strides this year, and I think it's going to make us better. I'm very much so looking forward to the season this year.
Well, Maritza, what's it been like getting to work with the team now that this is your first season?
It's been really good, a very welcoming team. I've enjoyed playing with each and every one of them.
And JC, how does it feel knowing you're probably going to be real high up in the lineup again this season?
It's definitely nerve-wracking, but I'm really excited for the challenge, and I'm really happy that I get to spend it with this team.
And Hallie, just tell me how it feels to be coming back this year.
I'm really excited to see how I play. I haven't had a match in a while, so I'm really excited to see where that goes and how the end of the season turns out.
Any particular team or player that you are looking forward to playing this year?
I'm excited to play against Callie Ray from Sardis. I'm ready for that match.
I'm just excited to play everybody and see how it goes, honestly.
I have no particular team or player, just excited to play.
Has there been anybody, Maritza, that you've played so far just in the beginning here that's on your team that you see as somebody that's a pretty tough opponent going forward for somebody?
Yes, I've played against JC. I played her yesterday. It was a long match. I really enjoyed it.
So, Coach, is there anybody else outside of this group that's kind of younger that you see that's coming up that could be somebody that might particularly surprise somebody this year, or you could look forward to for the years to come?
Well, that's the thing about our girls' team in particular. It's a very, very young team. Maritza and Azul are our only 2 seniors. Past that, our next oldest player is Hallie, who's a 10th grader. So the whole team's very young. JC's a freshman. And past that, it's middle schoolers. So Emre Lyles, Michaela Dunn, Emily Dake, just down the lineup. It's just so many young, talented players, and so many of them played so much over the summer and fall and put so much good work in, played a ton of tournaments, went to a bunch of camps, and I'm already seeing the payoff from all that hard work they put in. I'm very, very much excited to see where this team can go in the next few years. So we're really just building for the future. Obviously, we want to win as much as we can this year. I still love the potential of this specific Douglas girls team, but it's a team that has me very, very excited for what's down the line.
Coach, I got to know you last year doing your coach's show, and you're a student of the game. You love the game. You're watching it all the time. Talk about that for people who may not know you, how, like, your background a little bit and how much you've been involved and how you've learned the game over the years and is now obviously able to teach it.
So I kind of grew up in a tennis family. My dad played at Boaz. He was number one on his team. My younger brother's a very, very solid tennis player as well. We all have just kind of grown up around it. We grew up watching Rafael Nadal, who was my favorite growing up personally. But I love Federer too. Djokovic, he's still up and kicking at 38 years old, playing an Australian Open final coming up. So it's just something that's always been a part of my life. And, getting to watch it on TV, grow up going to just local tennis matches, playing with people, you get to learn a lot. Maybe you're watching TV and you see, Djokovic hit a forehand or a backhand a certain way. I go, okay, I see why he does that. Okay, I'm going to try it and see if I can get something more out of my swing that way, So there's a lot that you can learn from just simply watching and being around the game rather than just playing it at times,
Each one of you ladies, could you speak on what you've learned from Coach about the game, being around somebody who's been a student of the game and come up in a family that's a tennis family? What your takeaways from Coach that you've learned?
It's just like really inspirational. He always he's really good at explaining everything. He's always been there to help and always tried to teach us the best he can, and it's always helped, especially during matches whenever we're like, what do we do? And he's like, just try this, and it always works, and it helps out a lot.
For me, he's really helped me on trying to find my opponent's weaknesses and not getting in my head while I'm playing. He calms me down when I'm stressed out. He's really helpful with calming us down and making us get through that match and not giving up.
He's really good at teaching you different things. He's pulled me aside during practice, just like to teach me how to hit the forearm better, like serve better. He's a good teacher, very good.
Coach, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. I got to get your opinion on it. Most tennis coaches absolutely despise pickleball. Just your thoughts on pickleball, if you don't mind touching on that a little bit.
This might sound like blasphemy, but I think it's a decent, entryway into the game of tennis. With that being said, we do have a sign on our tennis courts at Douglas that says no pickleball, so, I don't know that we strictly enforce that. I'm not going to come up there and just run anybody off for playing pickleball, but I think it's a good introduction to, getting somebody on the tennis court. It is fun. It is it's different. Like, when I grew up playing the game, like, my thing was I wanted to just crowd the net, put tennis balls away as quickly as possible. But you can't do that playing pickleball. You got to stay out of the kitchen, keep those feet back. So it's a little bit different. It definitely took me some getting used to it. At first, I was like, absolutely not. I hate this. This is this is just so different. But I think it's a good little introduction to tennis.
What if you could talk about the difference in coaching girls and boys in tennis? What have you learned over the years being able to do both?
Last year was my first year coaching tennis in general, especially guys, girls. They're just one thing I picked up from last year was just they're very different, whereas the guys, a lot of times I'm trying to motivate them, kind of give them a kick in the butt or something, to get them motivated. The girls, it's a lot more kind of the mental aspect of what can I do, and I can, or I'm up, what do I need to do? Like, they're starting to catch me. It's just calm down, it's very different. I think with the girls specifically, it's a lot more mental, making sure they're in the right mindset to keep competing, stay on the court, and just find that that extra gear to win, But, both sides kind of have that a little bit. I think that's one of the biggest things of being a coach is not necessarily finding the technical things to work on during a match, but just, giving them the belief that they can do it, You know, they can pull this tough match out. They can fight through the heat, the cold, the whatever, and finish that match out and win. You know, I think that's a big part of being a coach, just trying to be an encouragement.
Questions to the girls. What is your daily routine before a match? I mean, are you listening to music? Is it a certain meal you eat? Is you superstitious? What is it? Each one of you girls talk about that.
I just like to talk to my friends and like before a match, and we always just like if we're having a bad day, we usually just try to joke around and like bring each other up. Because if you're not having a good day and you try to play tennis, it just doesn't go well. So it's always a good thing to talk to people, socialize, and then play tennis and just have a good time, but also like stay focused and like work on what you need to.
What I normally do is I listen to music to start off with, but as soon as I get into it, then I talk to my friends. We have fun. We just goof around the entire time, and then once we get to the game, then it's easy from there because we're not upset or in our heads or anything.
I like to talk to my friends. I'll listen to music if I'm a little down, try to get in the zone. Other than that, I just like go with the flow and let things like lay out. But yeah.
Maritza, what made you decide to try out for the tennis team?
I had played it previous years, but decided to focus on track. Ended up missing tennis a lot, so came back to the team, and I just like playing tennis.
We're very excited to have her back.
All right, Coach, any final thoughts or anything?
Not in particular. I think we're all just very, very excited for the season. You know, we're week and a half, 2 weeks out from first matches and stuff. I'm just excited to get playing. Really excited to see what these girls can do this season. I just hope to see growth and just get better each match, and let the wins come.
Is there any particular team that you see as a good match for y'all to be able to kind of test your team to see what you got this year?
Well, the local team that's been just awesome lately is Sardis. They're very, very good down the lineup. They're one of the better girls teams I've seen locally, so a lot of respect for that team. That's the team we really want to try to eventually catch, But beyond that, I think within the county, we had some close matches against Gunnersville, Boaz, Albertville, especially at county. I think the whole girls' side is just very wide open this year. So we're just very excited to see what comes from that, who comes out of the pile,
Okay. All right, with that, we'll conclude our interview here with the Douglas Lady Eagles tennis team. We'll be right back with the boys team. right, welcome back to the 2026 Media Day here for tennis. We're here with the Douglas Eagles boys tennis team, back with Coach Riley. And so, Coach Smith, if you will, introduce who you got with us and give us a little introduction about your boys team.
Yes, sir. So on my left, we've got Garrett Weaver. He's our return number 2 from last year. Only a 10th grader. He just gets better each and every year. And then on my right, we've got Wesley Norton, our returning number 1 player from last year, senior, and he's just been an outstanding player for us. We're so blessed to have such a great team heading to this year. Very much so looking to see what these 2 guys can bring to the table for us this year.
Well, guys, y'all just tell me about the group that y'all are going to be playing with this season.
Yeah, so thankfully, again, we're bringing back every single boys player from our team from last year. So down the lineup, obviously Wesley and Garrett on my right and left. We've got Karsten Burks, who's an 8th grader, Alex Lucas, who's a senior, and then our last 2 are Hudson and Tucker Hasty. But we also had some guys come out this year that I think have a good shot at pushing for lineup spots as well. But it's a very, very strong team. We're very excited to see kind of what the ceiling for us is this year. If you guys want to add anything to that.
Well, guys, just tell me what it does for y'all's team chemistry to be able to play with the same group you played with last year.
Can you repeat the question, please? I'm sorry.
Just tell me what it does for y'all's team chemistry to be able to play with the same group you had last year.
Very powerful. We're a good team together. It's fun to play with the same people.
We already know what they like to do. We already know how they play, so
With your boys team coach, is there any particular team you're looking for? Same with the girls. Any team you're looking for as a match to kind of tell you what you've got for the season?
Funny enough, we know kind of what the county's got this year. We've been playing with these guys. We played with them all summer and stuff. But I think for me personally, they might feel different. But oddly enough, I think it's Pell City is the team that I'm kind of interested to see what they have on their schedule this year or have coming back this year. We went up to play them last year, and it was a really, really tough match. I think it was a good challenge, but we were able to take care of business. But I think I'm excited to see how that match plays out again this year with them coming to Douglas this year. What about you guys?
it would probably have to be Abertville.
Mine would have to be Boaz.
Is there any particular player you want to play?
Probably Colt Martin.
Definitely Aaron.
With Boaz?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So outside of that, with this year, you got some guys coming up. Is there any guys younger wise that's coming up that you see that's kind of a standout for you see?
Well, obviously Karsten Burks. He played number 3 for us last year. Again, only in 8th grade. He's just when I think okay, maybe we're starting to level off, and try to find ways to keep pushing him. Nope, he's just like a rocket ship. He just keeps getting better and better and better, keeps growing, and he's been phenomenal. It's caused, I think, everybody in our top 3 to really push each other and make each other better. He's got another younger brother that's in 5th grade that is going to be probably just as good. But beyond that, we've got Sawyer Burks, Magnus Goodmanson. We got some guys I'm really excited to see kind of how they're able to develop over the next few years for sure.
Okay.
Coach, just talk a little bit about the section y'all are going to be playing in this season, some of the teams that y'all are going to be coming up against.
Yes, sir. So, Boaz, they've had a fantastic program these last few years. I think we're excited to challenge them this year. Maybe step in that role as being one of the top teams in the section. Sardis is one of those teams that it doesn't matter what year they're in, they're always very solid. Springville was very tough last year. Let's see. Beyond that, Aniana. There's Cherokee County. There's a bunch of really solid teams in our section. It's a great challenge for us. Arab, Um, but we're very excited to kind of get into the meat of the schedule and get challenged and see how we respond to those challenges. I think it's going to make us better, and hopefully, we can keep pushing towards maybe a state run just like we had last year.
If there's one word you could use to describe your team and what you saw thus far going into the season, what word would that be to describe them?
I think intensity. I think we've kind of been able to up it this year. I think just within our top three, I've had these guys play each other several times, and it's usually been a battle just about every single time they play. But that's what you want out of your players, is to be able to push each other, make each other better. You want those matches to be close. If you get gaps in your lineup, then you're kind of wondering, okay, maybe there's a drop-off, but there's been no drop-off. But beyond that, our guys throughout our lineup have just been nonstop playing the whole year. Hudson Hope, Tucker Hasty, Alex Lucas, they've all just gotten so much better to where just down the lineup there's just not a lot of drop-off, and they're able to really, really push each other and get after each other in each practice, and it's just been so fun to see. I'm very excited to see what we got this year.
As players, Garrett and Wesley, who's somebody on your team that you don't look forward to playing that's on your team? Maybe it's just like, man, I'm afraid they're gonna wear me out today.
Probably the man to my right.
Which one?
Wesley.
Wesley, anybody for you?
The man on my left.
What about any of the younger guys? Are there any younger guys that y'all see coming up that you see that's pretty competitive for you right now?
Definitely Carson Burke.
I have to say the same too.
Okay. All right. With y'all being kind of the leaders here, Coach brought y'all in as kind of I guess the ones he kind of looks as leaders for the team. What is something you would want to say that you'd be leaving back for your younger players that are coming up as kind of role models to those guys? What's something you would want to do for those guys?
Definitely the competitiveness.
To show them to never give up.
Okay. All right. Coach, any final thoughts?
We're just looking we're ready to go for the season. Same thing coming up quick on us. We've got a few more practice days left, obviously dodging weather and everything, but I'm excited to see kind of how the lineup shakes out for us this year. And we're just ready to get rolling. It's going to be a fun season.
All right. With that, we'll conclude our interview here with the Douglas Eagles, and we'll be right back with our next team.
All right, so we did have one question over on YouTube Live. Let's see here. Dun-dun-dun. Well, it was there, and now it's... Oh, here we go. One message. Oh, they retracted the message for some reason, so it just didn't... It went away. My bad. Yeah. All right, we're going to break.
All right, welcome back to the 2026 Marshall County Media Day here for tennis. We're here with the Arab Lady Knights. We want to thank Coach Shelton for bringing who she has here with her. We're going to give her just a couple minutes to introduce the team and be able to give us a little bit of a summary of the team, and then we'll turn it over to the media.
Thank you for having us today. This is such a great opportunity to spotlight our student athletes that we have, so I just want to say thank you for doing this for our teams, for the whole county. It's great. I'm really proud to introduce our Arab Lady Knights. We came off of an amazing season last year. We were section runner-up, and we only lost to Sardis, who were the eventual state champions for 4A, 5A. We got to go to the state championship in Mobile, and we had a great showing there. We didn't really know what to expect. This is just the start of my third year coaching, but we did great. I was really proud of them, and that's gives us a lot of momentum going into this next season. So we have our number one on the end, Millie Johnson. She's a senior. She also runs cross country, and we are very excited to see what she can do this year. Our number two is not here today because she's at a national cheer competition in Orlando. We have many multi-sport athletes. We also have Della here. She is a sophomore this year. She plays volleyball, basketball. She was a quarterfinalist at the state tournament this year for her seed. And we have Rachel Crabtree. She's a freshman. She runs cross country also. She was a quarterfinalist at state. She was a finalist at section in doubles, and for the county tournament, she was a finalist in singles and in doubles. So she's climbing the ladder this year. We're still right in the middle of all of our challenge matches, so things are changing daily, but I'm very excited to see what this team can do this year.
You talked about having multi-sport athletes, and spring sports is different than any other high school sport because you got all the other sports coming in to this season. Just talk about your off season for coach and the players about what you've done with tennis since the end of last season and being with those other sports.
Yes, summer is kind of volleyball, basketball, cross country. Those things do take priority during the summer, but we try to get our practices in when we can. We have some off season days. We did a team camp this year that everybody came to, and it was great. We learned a lot at our team camp. And then we have several players who do tournaments throughout the year. So I was really excited to see them throughout the summer to really gain that experience of doing tournaments, a lot of them right here at Sand Mountain Park, which we're very grateful that they host the tournaments that they do because there's not a lot of local opportunities for players to play tennis in Marshall County. So we really appreciate them and what they do.
What have you been doing? Have y'all kept the balance between your other sports responsibilities in school and then getting here now to the season getting started?
Tennis really dominated the weekends, I think, for a lot of us, but it was very fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got sports in every season, so just anytime I have time on the weekends, I'll call some of my friends on the team and we'll go hit.
You talked about your section. Of course, Sardis is in your section. Just talk about what you expect coming into the season with, of course, we know Sardis, but everybody else that's in your section as well is pretty tough.
Oh, yes. We're in a very tough section. We have, several teams that we were right there with. We were runners up in the section, but not by much. Gunnersville was right there nipping at our heels. Etowah was right there in the mix. I know that Gunnersville has a new player this year that's going to kind of shake things up for them. So we're excited to see where we stand with all the competition that's coming back. We didn't graduate any seniors last year, so our whole team's coming back, and we have some younger players that have put a lot of work in. So we're just really excited to see how the lineup shakes out and where everybody ends up.
Looking at the schedule for this season, is there any team or tournament that any of y'all are looking forward to particularly, or maybe a player that you've seen that's on a team that's coming up that you've kind of circled already?
I always look forward to playing teams that are like in our section, in our county and everything. Like I like playing Albertville and Douglas. I like playing Boaz, just teams that we see every year.
I don't have anyone in particular. I just think every match, tournament is just a good opportunity to challenge ourselves and get better.
Yeah. So You talked about the county. Talk about the teams in this county that have really stood out. You talk about Albertville. Sardis is just outside, but they're in your section. You're still going to play them. But talk about this county and just how competitive this county has become here in the last few years.
Yeah, it's great. Our county tournament, we see the caliber of competition that we're going to see at state right here in our county, and especially in our section. I know some of the teams are young this year, but some have a lot of seniors that they're going to graduate. We have 3 seniors total on our team throughout the entire lineup that we are really going to miss them. We're going to miss their leadership, but we are so excited to have them this year, and it's I can't wait to get started. We actually get started next Thursday against Coleman.
You got chosen to be here, girls. What does it mean to be chosen to be here as being seen as a leader for this kind of team? It's an individual sport, but you're also a team as well.
Yeah, I'm honored to be here. I'm honored that I got to come and talk about tennis, and it's just a great experience to talk about tennis because there's not a lot of hype about tennis.
It's very important, and I feel very special to be chosen to be here and just kind of be like a leader that especially the new kids can like look up to. It's so sweet.
It means a lot that I was chosen to come and just to talk about our team and how special we are.
You talked about that team. Is there anybody that you've seen in your time from the younger kids that are coming up that have really stood out so far?
Rayleigh and Jansen, I know they've been working so hard. They play in all these tournaments and they're taking lessons, and I can just tell from hearing about them that they've gotten a lot better this year.
Is that y'all too?
I think all of our younger athletes are working hard every day, every practice, and it'll pay off.
Well, what are some of the things each one of you really want to focus on for these first couple of weeks of the season?
I think the first few weeks, I just need to focus on getting back into it. I didn't really hit a lot over the summer, and just focus on consistency, and I think that's a big key in tennis.
Mental toughness for sure, not letting, no matter what the score is, discourage you and play 1 point at a time.
I'm just excited to come back to tennis. I'm excited to get back into the swing of things and get to play tennis again.
Well, those of you that do play sports year-round, just what is it about tennis that draws you to it?
Tennis, it's a mental sport, and it's tough and it's hard, but it's also kind of a calming experience. It's like getting to practice, like repetitive, getting to swing and then serve and serve. It's a calming experience.
It's just so nice, and we have such an encouraging team. I look forward to it every year.
We have such a special bond, all of the girls. Like, it's so fun to come to practice every day, and Coach Hawley makes it really fun, so it's not like a chore to come to practice.
So we were kind of talking earlier about some of the kids crashing out and stuff like that in y'all's verbiage on the tennis court. Who would you say is worse about it? Because y'all see both boys and girls play. Who is worse about doing it? Would it be girls or would it be boys that do it?
Boys. Yeah, it's the boys. There's a pair of twins on the boys team. They get in arguments all the time in practice. It's funny to hear them talking about it.
Have any of y'all ever broke a racket because of crashing out, or have you ever had a crash out moment on the court?
No, I don't. We have a pretty calm team. Boys and girls, we have a pretty calm team.
I broke a racket, but it was probably just because I dropped it so much.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you mentioned the challenge side of it. So I'm just curious because in my head I hear you say, "Hey, we get to challenge people to play today." Is that go on at school? Do you like walk through the halls, but like, I got you in tennis today, me and you, I challenge you? Is that how does that work? How do y'all challenge or call each other out?
We just talk to the coaches, and it's not really a personal thing. Be like, hey, I want to try to play the number 2 seed this year, or hey, I want to try to play a higher seed.
And even though we're playing each other, it's just a friendly competition. It really kind of like shows us how we're going to play this season and gets us into it.
Any trash talking when you're doing these call outs or anything like that?
No.
None? Wow. Y'all
No,
disappoint me.
It's a very close team. They're a lot like sisters. I mean, it really is a very close team.
I just wondered. I know there's a lot of basketball players out here talking a lot of trash on there, so I wondered if tennis was the same or not. So, all right. Well, other than that, anything on Facebook or anything, Stephen, in the chat?
Thank you.
At Fishy Shelley says, "Arab, you got this." So you
Probably
you let
my
us know?
son.
No?
Yeah. Hey, Fisher. Poor thing, he's a baseball player.
All right. Well, other than that, Coach, any final thoughts?
Yes, like I said, I want to thank you guys for doing this for us today. I want to thank our assistant coach, John Clark. He took a few years off with his family, and he's back this year. He is extremely knowledgeable and has already made a big impact on our season. I want to thank all of our administration. And also, ARAB is known statewide academically, and tennis, I mean, I cannot say enough about the academic standard that these students hold themselves to. I don't know how they play as many sports as they do and still keep their grades up. I mean, we have a gap of like a 2-week gap after our first match because so many of them are gone doing national competitions for different clubs and organizations, and they always do well. A lot of them place nationally in academic competitions, and I mean, most of our players, boys and girls, have over a 4.0, and I'm always impressed with what they're able to do.
All right. With that, we'll call that an end here to the Lady Knights, and we will be right back with the boys team. All right, welcome back to the 2026 Media Day here for tennis. We're back with Coach Shelton. We're back with the Arab boys team here. So, Coach, we're going to turn it over, let you introduce who you brought with you, and then again we'll go back to the media questions then.
Okay, thank you. And I want to again say thank you for hosting this event. It's great to have this platform for our student athletes, and it really means a lot to us that you are giving us this chance. So we are coming off of a season last year. We had a lot of young players, and so they gained tremendous experience, and I can't wait to see what they do this year. Our number one is our only senior this year, Brady Ellenberg, and he's been instrumental in leading this team. He helps the younger players. He's very patient with them. And he's also a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. We also have down here Samir. He's a junior. Samir has been playing a lot this off-season. I've seen him in tournaments and at the court. And he is known countywide for his killer slice. And then we have James, who is a junior. James also is a football player at Arab. He was on the all-region honorable mention football team this year as right tackle. Right tackle? Right tackle. And he also made it to the county finals last year. So we are very excited to have this much leadership on our team coming back. This is my third year coaching, so I've been with them for this will be the third year. And these are just great guys. I cannot speak to their character enough.
Coach, you've already answered this question, so this is for the guys. Your off season, what does it look like? She kind of went over it a little bit for some of y'all, but just have y'all kept tennis going between last season and this?
I think just playing like every day, keep improving, keep learning new techniques, like not just from coach, but also on YouTube too, like learning new stuff and be able to use it in a match and keep practicing on the court.
Yeah, I would say absolutely. Just playing as much as we can, improving as much as we can, getting with the guys, hitting as much as we can, and just getting the reps in and practicing as much as we can.
Yeah, I'm pretty busy, but I always try to, hit whenever I can in between football practices in the summer and on weekends during the season. And then, when football's over, I just start going to the courts every day, and whether that's hitting with Brady or Samir or serving, I just try to do everything I can.
Samir, you brought up YouTube. How big is that, being able to go online and seeing and using that as a training tool for any of y'all that have been using it? Because you don't always have coach available all the time, so you're kind of on your own a lot.
Yeah, but I think YouTube has helped a lot. It's helped us, not just me, but also everyone else on the team, new techniques and learning stuff that we can do, and also mentally too. How do we deal with when we're down? We always have to figure out how do we deal with the struggle and overcome that and be able to get a win.
Yeah, same for everybody else.
Yeah, I would say YouTube's super helpful. The coaches have sent us videos on YouTube to watch specifically. Just anything online, whether it's professional matches as well, watching those always helps a lot. Any professional advice that we can get outside of practice always helps a lot.
Yeah, it's I guess watching film in any sport, especially if you can watch yourself play, it really helps you, figure out what you can do better and what you do well and capitalize on that in your future matches.
Talk about your schedule. You've already seen it and looking up. Is there anything coming up that you're really excited to already circled? You're in a tough section again, so of course those are going to be there, but is there anybody else inside or out of that section?
I think it's just playing against everybody, because everybody's very good. They're not easy opponents, so I think just playing everybody, be able to hopefully beat them. I think we're going to do that, and hopefully we use that momentum in county section and be able to go to state.
Yeah, I mean, one specifically, I know Gunnersville said us, and we're super excited for that one as well. They got a great team over there, but I got confidence in our guys, and the rivalry always makes that one super special.
I like playing anybody who's good, because tennis is always more fun when you're playing somebody about your skill level, and that just makes the match really fun when it's close.
Is there any individuals that you got coming back from last season that you're looking forward to matching up with?
We'll play whoever. We're ready for whoever.
No single rivalries coming in.
Not really.
Not yet.
Not from us.
Yeah, you talked about I'm imagining that it's same for boys and girls about the challenges of challenging for your spots and things like that. Just kind of talk about how it's been on the boys' side this offseason.
I feel that keeps us competitive. I feel like it keeps us keeps us humble, but also like we have that competitive spirit in us still. We don't lay off. We still be competitive within our team, but also be competitive with everyone else.
It's a lot of friendly competition. We're all friends. We know it's just part of the game, and it actually makes us stronger, and so we're more together when we have to play other teams. So I think it's a huge benefit going through the challenge matches.
For me, holding on to my spot is really big, motivation for practicing in the off season.
What about personal goals? You got team goals, of course, of making it out of section, making it a deep run, of course. But any personal goals that you have in coach team goals?
I think a personal goal of mine would be like to win county, win section, and be able to be a state champion. I don't think I'll ever stop chasing that, and I'll keep working and obviously keep practicing.
I think for me, I mean, obviously, we want to make it to state. We want to do all these things, but I'm trying to not look at the bigger picture. So right now, my goal is to beat Coleman, and then the next match after that. And so I'm trying to look at it more on a match-to-match basis and just beat the next team.
My goal is, obviously to win every match I play, but that starts, with a goal at practice every day to get better every day.
Well, Brady, just tell me about your role on the team, not only as the only senior, but as the number one, too.
I just try and lead these guys as best I can, and make a good influence. I try and they're all great players. They don't need much help with that, but I try and help with motivating each other. So I'm always during matches, if I'm not playing, standing on the fence watching somebody else. And so I hope that continues after I leave. But just trying to bring the team together as much as I can, and just strengthen our togetherness, I guess.
Well, Coach, you say you've had 3 years with them. Just tell me about some of the improvements you've seen with your players that have returned every one of those years.
It's night and day from the first year that I was with them to where they are now. I cannot tell you enough about it. I'm really excited to see what this season holds. They're like brothers. They goof off with each other. They love each other. It's just, the team bonding that we have is, I love going to practice every day. I love to hang out with these guys and just see what kind of goofy thing they're going to do each day.
Anybody you look forward to or you dread maybe practicing against or playing against that's on the team for each of the players?
Samir.
Yeah, I don't like playing Samir either.
Samir, anybody for you then? You gonna say yourself?
The guy on my left.
Other than that, Coach, anybody from the younger side you've got coming up that you see that's coming up that's really stood out to you so far?
We have a set of twins that are always strong. We have Trey coming up. We also have Hank, who has, just came out last year, had never played before, just went out, did exhibition matches all season, and he has improved tremendously over the summer. So we're really excited to see what he can do also.
Any of those younger guys that y'all particularly would not prefer to play against?
All of them have improved a lot. Obviously, all the returners that Coach Holloway named, but our 2 new guys as well, Parker and Joe. I've seen even them improve in the little time that they've been on the team. They've improved a lot, and so I don't really like playing any of them. They all make me work for it, but they're all great players as well.
Yeah, I think what Brady said also, they make you work for it. They don't make it easy. You have to keep fighting be in the moment and keep trying to make them run forward or make them mad a little bit. But yeah, I think it gives us competitive spirit. It still keeps that in us.
I think it's always fun to play Trey because he's really fast. So you'll hit a shot and you'll think there's no way he's gonna get to that, and then he gets there somehow, and it just leads to some really fun points.
So the girls said the boys tend to crash out a little more. Is that true? Would y'all agree with that?
I wouldn't say crash out. We may get frustrated, but we keep it respectful, I would say. Maybe more than they do though.
Is there a lot of trash talking between the boys when y'all play and stuff like that?
friendly trash talk. I mean, we talk to each other, but it's always like just for fun, and we all know that we're just joking around.
Respectful trash talk.
Yes,
Basically.
absolutely.
I got you. Yeah. No, that's just part of the competitive spirit. That's part of it. So, all right. Well, Coach, any final thoughts?
Kind of like I talked about with the girls team, ARAB is known statewide for their academic standards, and our tennis team is just the exact same. I think our boys, probably all, at least have over a 4.0. If not, most of them. They compete nationally in academic competitions right in the middle of the season. I don't know how they do both things, but they do, and they usually place on a national level for academic competitions. And their character, their leadership, this is it's such a great team, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it. I'd like to thank our assistant coach, John Clark. Some of them have played under John when he was the head coach. He took a few years off with his family, and so we're excited to have him back as an assistant. His knowledge of the sport, I'm just watching him. He was coaching a doubles match that we were playing, and he coached every single point. And I was like, wow, that's something that we've been missing. That's just the piece that we've been missing. So he's instrumental in our success this year. And I'd like to thank our administration. They have supported us throughout the seasons. Our principal at the high school, she plays tennis, so we'll have to get her out there and have a challenge match with her also.
Sounds like a challenge there for the principal between Coach Shelton and the principal there. We'll have to get with Mitzi about that. I sense a challenge there, so we'll follow up on that too. If we can handle that, we will get video of it. We will share it. I promise you. So one question I did happen to think about. So with tennis, like from a student section wise, football, basketball, it's always really loud. Do you got a bunch of people out there being loud at tennis? Can you do that, or do you got to be respectful and got to be like how does that work?
It's usually pretty quiet. You keep it respectful. It's okay to clap when someone hits a good shot, but that's about it. I do have one funny story. This year, the football coach and Coach Roughton and the O-line showed up to watch James play. So there were all these big tall guys, and they were just cheering and clapping and yelling, and I had to walk over and ask all these guys, to look up at all of them and ask them to keep it down a little bit. But, they said, "Oh, we're sorry, we didn't know." But I thought it was very sweet of them to come out and support the team. But yeah, it's usually a pretty quiet, sport.
Do they come out with body paint like they do for football for y'all guys, James?
I've been asking for that.
I will make a push for that this year. I will make a push for that.
Maybe our senior night, because Brady's always painted up for the football games. So maybe it's time that they showed up for him this year.
We'll make a push for that. I want to see that at tennis matches this year. We want to see guys out there body paint like we see at football games, because I know they get into it at football. So. All right, with that, we'll call that an end here to the ARAB Knights tennis team interview. We're going to take just a short break. We're going to be back in about 30 or 45 minutes, and we'll start with soccer at 5 p.m. And so until then, we'll see y'all, and I hope you have a great afternoon. We want to thank Coca-Cola United and also Papa Doobie's. We want to thank Papa Doobie's for hosting us here, and Sand Mountain Park for being sponsors here for this event. So with that, we'll be back shortly.